This is the Red Alert. Civil defense information will be broadcast at 6:40.
West of the Rockies, you're on the air. Hello.
Y2K, how can we prepare?
Stop a few of their machines and radios. Throw them into darkness for a few hours.
We are fighting for our lives. My family must survive.
Oh, for 5 years. 1,000 gallons of gas, air filtration, water filtration.
Coming at you from the frozen tundra that is East Central Alberta, Canada. Streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Rumble, and Odyssey. Welcome back to the workshop where we create community, find freedom, promote preparedness, and share success. I am Toolman Tim. Today is July the 14th, 2023, and this is episode 338 of the Workshop Podcast. How the hell is, Workshop Podcast, it's Workshop Radio, Tim. Get it straight. Here we go. I was on a roll, had everything except for the last word. We did pretty good. So how is everyone out there? In just a minute, I'm going to bring on my beautiful better half. She's sitting here trying not to fall asleep as we speak. So I'm stimulating company, right, Darlin? As she on. No, I'm just kidding. Good to have everybody here. So we got a couple of announcements, and then we're going to dive into digging into the grab and go bag. Looking through the mailbag, some cool parcels and different things we've got here at the workshop this week. Talk about a pretty cool post-apocalyptic show we've been watching, and we'll see where the wind leads us. So first off, guys, here's the really cool one. We have a new sponsor. So we have a Thursday night sponsor. We know is Joel Riles of Fortress K9. We have a Sunday evening sponsor, which is Amy Dingman of A Farmer's Kind of Life. And drum roll, please, our new Friday evening sponsor is Two Chicks Homestead, Erin and Nate. I don't know what more I can say about them. They're not just acquaintances, they're friends. We've spent time together at LFTN, and they were willing to reach out and put their money where their mouth was and support the workshop because it's something they believe in as well, and we appreciate them. They put out a really cool podcast. I always joke that Nate is the bearded half of the two chicks, but they're friends. They're people whom I'm going to go meet up with this year. And honestly, guys, I tell you all the time, but there are so many great content creators in the workshop community, and Nate and Erin are some of the best. So give them some support. twochickshomestead.com. Link is in the description. And yeah, you're right. It's awesome, Backwoods. I appreciated it. They reached out to me yesterday, and I was more than happy to bring them on. So thank you guys very much. Number two, we now have a merch store, which is really cool. Becky's been sharing it around on social. I love having it. It's a Shopify. The link's in the description below, but we have all the back patches. So whatever was left over once I shipped out for patch of the month, they're on there for $10 a piece. We have, hey, there's Nate. He says, hey guys, you're welcome. You've done a ton for us. We can't thank you enough. Well, you're also supporting us, Nate. So we appreciate it, brother. And I mean it. I really, really do. So on the merch store, we've got all the back patches. We've got 3 sets of silver left. That's it. So if you go to the Shopify site, if the silver's still available, it's there. But pick it up because there's 3 left. And we now have a mug. That's the only real piece of workshop merch at the time. But it looks really good. We're going to have some more coming. And beyond that, guys, the Patch of the Month Club is going strong. Waiting on this month's patch to show up here. As soon as it does, we'll be shipping it out. And if you want to support the workshop, that's the easiest way. Patchofthemonth.co. Go by there, and it's $10 a month or $100 a year, and you get some politically incorrect patches that will fit nicely on a boonie hat with some Velcro in the front. So with that, Mrs. Cook, where are you hiding here? Hang on, guys. We'll bring her up. We're going to do, so tonight the show is going to be, we looking the right way? We're looking the right way. Yep. A1, right on. Byron says, check out the back patches. Absolutely. Also, if you decide you want to buy a bunch of patches, let me know, and there'll be a discount for buying multiple patches. So from there, what are we up to this evening, Mrs. Cook? How's your week been?
Not too bad.
Busy?
Yeah, well.
I haven't seen you all week, so we've been enjoying being kid-free, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gave our kids away for 3 weeks.
Yeah, and they're coming back soon. So.
Eventually, yes.
I know I haven't heard from them today, so they probably already forgot all about us.
They're doing pretty good. Erin says, oh man, I got to get the mug this time.
I think they've forgotten all about us. So.
Yeah. Well, you know what? They did send me a picture of my favorite pizza place, Ricardo's, and rubbing it in that they got Ricardo's pizza. So
yeah, well, I haven't heard from them at all today. So
that just means they're having fun. You know what? No, it's not the weekend yet, is it?
No.
So, no.
They might have went out to the lake already. Though.
That's true.
And I don't know what the service is like. So
Horrible. It's always been horrible out there. Well, I built you half a set of steps so far today at the daycare.
Yeah, it only took 3 months.
Yeah, right. Smart ass. But yeah, we so over at the daycare, right now we have a back entrance that has no stairs on it, right?
Yeah.
So we needed the kids Backwood says, so sorry, your piece is almost over. We actually got 2 more weeks yet. We've only 1 week in, but we're already lamenting it, right?
And I missed them.
Oh, look, guys. Mr. Sean Mills is in here from Hack My Homestead. Just want to shout out to him. His successful, I believe it officially just ended. His Kickstarter, I just looked before we went live. It was like 13,600 and something. So way to kick ass, man. And that, if that's not an illustration of the power of community, I don't know what is, because this is somebody who's putting his money where his mouth is, and he's going to put a bunch of work into some, ends in a few hours. Excellent. So if you haven't supported Sean yet on the Hack My Homestead solar pump Kickstarter, give it a go. And Erin said, I heard from my youngest about 10 times today. So you can have some of my call. Wouldn't that be funny if it forwarded on to us? She wouldn't even know what to do. Tim, what are you doing on the phone? But yeah, so the steps are coming. I got them all framed in.
Yep.
Had to cut down way more pine trees.
Well, the whole tree's coming down anyway.
It is coming down.
Yeah.
So good rule of thumb, if you're building a set of steps, it pays to look up before you build them to see what limbs you have to cut off before you try to put your uprights into place.
Well, and it's kind of good though, because I was looking for an excuse to take that tree down anyway, because I don't like cutting trees down. Because in Alberta, they're really scarce.
We take all the trees we can get,
so I try not to cut down any unless I have to, but the kids won't stay off it.
Yeah.
And I think it's probably going to end up eventually with a broken arm or broken leg. So.
But we are going to get some firewood for the wood stove out of it, so it's not going straight to the dump. I'm pretty excited about that.
You should be able to utilize quite a bit of that.
Almost all of it. It's going to be good. So I need to get off my ass and chop some of that up too, don't I? We got some.
All that stuff out front.
We got a bunch of 4-foot lengths that I salvaged a couple years ago. Now they're good and dry. They just
probably shouldn't say it's been sitting there for a couple of years.
It's okay. It's dry. It's good firewood. Just haven't burned it yet.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and just for all the women out there, it's been sitting in my front yard for a couple of years, and I made them clean it up, but it was a mess, and it's still a mess.
It is behind the hedges now.
So doesn't matter. If you're walking up this way, you can see it, and it looks like something that belongs out on an acreage. But so
we don't have one, so we do our best. So we'll cut up. Yeah,
it looks like a hillbilly homestead.
That's what I want. That's what I'm shooting for. So,
but we live in town, so it can't look like a hillbilly homestead, and it's just been sitting there. So
lots of houses look way worse than ours so far. So I've worked really hard to make it look nice. It's just some firewood. Yeah, smart ass. I think I resized the whole house for you. Didn't
firewood and like 2 years worth of leaves that were all built up.
They're gone. They're gone. Awful. So what are we going to do tonight, Mrs. Cook? What did we decide we wanted to do?
Well, our go bag.
Yeah, going to go through a grab and go bag.
You have a bunch of mail there that you want to go through. And...
Do you want to do mail first, or you want to do grab and go bag first?
I do your mail first.
Okay, right on. Yeah. So who do we get in here now? We got Hack My Homestead, Backwoods Butcher, Erin from Two Chicks, Byron Roberts. Good to see you. I saw Haas. Hey, Haas. I seen a message earlier there. He said, sunny, 102 degrees in the mountains and 112 in the city. We're all under a fire watch. Ugh.
I would say that it's warm here. Like it's muggy, but we have a lot of smoke going on right now. And like it's like you go out and you can actually see the smoke and it's miserable. It's making everybody's allergies all crazy.
There was actually a little bit of ash in the sky today. Mm-hmm. I seen some white particles coming down.
Not sure where it's coming. Is it coming from the BC fires?
North. Maybe? Cold Lake or somewhere up there.
Okay. Because I know BC had quite a few fires. So.
It sucks. Hey, one step closer. Great to have you. Nate says hillbilly homesteads keep the property values low. Keep your taxes low. I agree completely.
I don't.
So we got a mixture here. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packages that I've so some of these are from companies that sent tools out to review.
Yeah.
And then 2 of them are from workshop members that I wanted to share as a thank you, because it meant a lot to get. One we knew was coming, but we didn't know what it was. And one was a complete surprise. Hey, So it's kind of neat. Hey, Garden Girl in North Texas is 101 today with the heat index making it feel like 110. All right. So this one,
what it is today.
So this one here, guys, this is kind of cool. I thought I'd show you this. We'll see if we can get it to show up. How is that showing up there? Is it too? Let's see if we can turn the. So this right here is, I don't even know how to pronounce the name, but it's Ink Irma. And it is a new digital measuring device that'll actually, you can hold it this way and it will measure going both directions. It was kind of a cool company. They reached out to me and said, we'd love to send it to you and try it out. So every time they say that, it's the same thing. I can't promise how long it'll take me to do a review, and it's going to be an honest review. And if I don't like it, people are going to know about it. So you better be open to the idea. But this one looks pretty cool. Fairly heavy duty, solid feeling. The box is nice as far as.
It's 68.
68 here.
Fahrenheit.
Oh, that's not bad now.
That's what it is now.
So this one I was quite excited to get. And then when I opened the box, it was a bit disappointing. But then I started testing it. I kind of like it. So the old man in me, I got sent a weather station. I've been waiting for this for a couple of months. A company reached out and they're like, hey, we'd love to send you a weather station. And in my head, well, what do you think in a weather station? What do you normally, I don't know. I shouldn't probably ask you because you wouldn't. I
don't know.
I wanted something that had a wind gauge on it,
I always think of those roosters on the top of people's
roofs
with the spinny, but I don't know. I just it's like well, it's not going to be staying on my kitchen counter.
No. I was just filming videos yesterday, but so this is the company name. This is Hey-Axa? I don't know. What do you think? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So anyway, they said it was a weather station.
It's pretty digital though,
Yeah. So, okay, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like in the box because it's not very impressive when you pull it out. Yeah, backwards butcher says something else that was going to be in the front lawn.
Yeah, pretty much.
So here,
along with his rain meter and everything.
Here is almost the entirety of it. I realized when I came down, so it looks like a really inexpensive digital picture frame, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like much. It feels like even less, and it comes with a single plastic sensor that you put outdoors. And I thought, oh, this is not going to be a good review. And then I started using it, guys, and I'm actually kind of impressed. It's just an indoor-outdoor thermometer in humidistat or whatever. It tells you what your humidity is. So it's not much. It's more for like the old man that's geeky about the weather or whatever. So it did not come with either a wind sensor or a rain sensor. So that made me kind of sad. But what it does is up here, you get indoor and outdoor thermometer, and then it has a 5-day forecast on the bottom. You hook it, of course, you got to hook it up with some Chinese app and see how it works. But I think, yeah, go ahead, baby.
I think one thing that would be, if honestly, I think if,
what are you looking for?
Well, it kind of sucks having to plug it in.
Yeah.
Because like it would be really nice by the back door.
Yeah.
But like with batteries.
Yeah, I know.
It takes batteries. Okay.
Oh shit, I didn't know that. There you go, guys.
Well, there you go. So it does take batteries.
Something I'm going to add to the review that I totally didn't catch when I looked at it.
Yeah, because because you don't want that hanging with a wire because Arthur will chew right through that.
Yep.
And probably Angus too, because our dogs are wire chewers. So where it has batteries, you can hang that right by your back door.
It's actually not a bad idea.
And it would look pretty nice. But maybe by your key holder or something.
So for anybody listening on audio, we're going to do our best to describe things as we go. This is a little different tonight, but I'm also going to go back and put links to any of these things that we happen to see. So these aren't endorsements. These are just, hey, we opened up a box and this is what showed up. So here's the funniest one. I don't know. We're going to probably open this live here because I haven't opened it yet. It is the Chinese mini electric chainsaw. I almost did that in an accent. That would have been really inappropriate.
Yeah, let's not do that.
No, I won't. I'm live on the internet. And some things can never be undone, can they?
Yep.
So here it is, guys. I don't even know. The company reached out after they sent me this and wanted to send me a mini hedge trimmer, and I turned them down because it looked so bad.
Oh, you should not.
I know.
Like, because even regardless if it's a review, it's just something to do.
But it was so bad. Like,
oh yeah, but
I know. So here, okay, actually looks like a Milwaukee, guys. We got our Great Pyrenees chewed through our AC cord. Didn't know how he's not dead.
Well, I'll tell you a story about that. My sister's old dog Polar was in his doghouse, and I think Barrett had hooked up I think it was an electric water pole heater, and he had chewed through it, and when they came home he was actually deceased. He electrocuted himself. So it was So he was a cheer. Oh, that's pretty loud.
Yeah, it is. So here it is, guys. This looks like this looks like
Actually looks pretty cool.
it does look kind of cool. And Erin says the last video Tim ever started with 10 fingers.
Right.
All right, Erin wins the comment war tonight.
Just turns it right on randomly.
But here, okay, does this not look like if this was sitting at the daycare, the kids would think it was a toy?
Yeah, but it's actually pretty heavy duty.
It would have been very handy today. I'm going to take it over with me. Be careful, don't push the buttons.
No, that's pretty sharp actually.
Yeah, I'm going to take it over and test it out on the pine tree I'm cutting through tomorrow.
You sure? You want to get it?
Yeah, I got to do something with it. I don't know. I mean, it's not like it's a DeWalt or anything, so who knows?
No, but I don't know.
It's you know what? It's better than I thought. I don't know. It's got rubber grip on it, a nice 20-volt battery. So you push in the button and then pull it there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know. It's pretty light. Like it's heavy duty, but it's still lightweight.
Yeah. See, back what it says. So, okay. Nate said, oh my God, you guys are blowing up the comments tonight. I love it. Nate says Canadian Chainsaw Massacre.
Well, it looks like something Bruce Campbell would use.
That is true.
There you go.
Rachel says, I saw one of those online and always wondered. And Backwood says, that looks like the jankiest thing I've ever seen. And you might not be able to appreciate it, but listen, it kind of sounds like a bag of nails. I'm not sure it'll hold up long term, but boy, it's going to make some good content in the meantime. So. Yeah,
well, like, you know what that would probably work good for is like,
it'd be great for a butcher cutting up a cadaver or not cadaver.
No, I think it would be good for like maybe trimming little
That's
like
what it's
branches off the tree.
Yeah.
Like I could handle something like that.
You sure could, yeah.
But because I can't lift a chainsaw.
It has a guard on the top in case a person slips and falls and puts their face through it, So.
Well, I would hope you would let go of the button if you slip and fall. If you're still holding the button while you slip and fall, then you've got a problem. So.
Byron wants to know if it's a chainsaw from Wish. I wish. Yeah, no. Speaking of Wish, I just placed an order a few nights ago for 5 pieces of gear on Temu. So I don't know. Am I pronouncing that right?
I don't know.
TEMU.
Yeah, it's a new one that everyone is bragging
all
about.
the rage. It's like Wish, but with quicker shipping. And anyway, so I've got 5 pieces of prepping gear coming. It's going to be a great video. Maybe we'll do an unboxing of it.
I bet you that it would work with rabbits.
Yeah. So okay. Backwood said I thought about an electric chainsaw split beef. We used a reciprocating saw to do the deer.
Yeah.
Which yeah.
Well, you did.
Yeah. True. A little bigger than that, yeah. And Erin says for rabbit, but that would, yeah.
It might.
It looked like a friggin' Mexican cartel video.
I bet you it would.
All right, come here. Never mind. All right, rabbit, get over here. Jeez, but whatever. It's what this stuff's plastic. That's plastic. That's plastic. But this all feels fairly sturdy.
It does.
Other than the fact that it sounds like a bag of nails tied to the back of a motorcycle, it's okay.
Well, we'll see how. What can you read? In that.
Also,
all the battery comes.
Yeah,
like
and there's a charger.
It's a 12-volt battery.
20 volt.
20 volt. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not bad. Oh, Garden Girl says we've been ordering stuff from Temu past weeks. It's been decent. I'm looking forward to it.
I don't know.
I think so. There's a thing you guys know I've been doing a lot of work with TubeBuddy and trying to figure out what and where to make content on. And one of their big things is to embrace trends. Now, not to go outside of what you do, but to find things like, here's one, for instance, Super Bowls. So when the Super Bowl happens, a video I could make would be a great solar generator for tailgating because that fits my channel, but it also brings in a broader audience with search. So that's what this Temu stuff is about. I picked some up to play with it, and we're going to do some reviews and see what the hell happens. Did you read the
cautions on there?
Oh, read the cautions. This should be good.
It says, no use by minors. Do not touch the guide plate with any limb.
As in like...
I think body limb.
Okay.
It is forbidden to contact any part of the human body with the chain under the working state. Otherwise, it will be injured. So
read that again a little slower. That's incredible.
Okay. It is forbidden. So did this come from North Korea?
Somewhere.
To contact any part of the human body with the chain under the working state. Otherwise, it'll be injured. That sounds like North Korea.
There is lost in translation there.
It's forbidden. And it's forbidden for miners to use it.
Yes. So it's like coal miners, diamond miners, or like...
It says No use by minors.
No, you. Oh dear.
But for them to use the word forbidden,
that was something lost in translation.
No, that's from North Korea.
Yes.
See, they don't allow them to have anything sharper than that.
Yeah, Nate says it puts the lotion on the skin. AK, don't fucking touch it, Erin says. Amen to that. Yes. So here, okay, this is the first package. Oh, I don't know. I probably already did. Whatever. This is the first package we got from someone in the workshop community. It was pretty exciting. And it came from Holstein House Bed and Breakfast. Anybody know who that is? Robin Holstein.
Robin. I was going to say Rachel again, but it's Robin.
Okay. Yeah. We have two wonderful ladies in here. Very dishonorable. So this one was from, I read it already, so I know I can read the note because I didn't want to, but I wanted to read it out kind of to thank Robin for sending it because it's really neat. She said, Tim and Becky, I knew this isn't prepper porn, but thought you might enjoy it. I enjoy reading it. Take care and hope you enjoy your Southern Command. Robin. It's really sweet. And this book, I got to flip through. I'm quite excited. It's called Hippie Homesteaders. And it says, Arts, Crafts, Music, and Living on the Land in West Virginia. Yeah. Is Chuck still in here? West Virginia, brother. Appalachia. I learned how to pronounce it properly. So shout out to Robin. I'm going to send her a follow-up email to let her know that we got it. But check out that wonderful picture right there, guys. That looks like relatives of mine. The backwoods of Weymouth, where my dad's parents grew up. Easton, actually. It was you had to come out to go into the woods. So thank you, Robin. We appreciate that a lot. I love books. I don't know what it is about them, but and this one here, guys, this was a huge surprise that we didn't even know it was coming, did we?
You want to read the letter?
Sure. Yes. It is from. Oh yeah, here you go. There you are.
Okay, so it says, "Hey, Mr. Toolman, I just want to let you know you're a jerk. Thanks to you, Jack, Nicole, and John, I took the leap earlier this year and quit my job and switched to working on my business full time. Our family now makes pet treats that we sell locally. We wanted to share with you and your dogs. We would like to branch out to selling online and with NOSTR. Thank you for assisting with motivating us to take the leap. Rachel Gale."
How friggin' incredible is that? So
that's from Rachel Gale.
And here's Rachel's business card. But the best part is this right here, guys. Check this out.
He wouldn't let the dogs have it. So
not
now
yet.
They have to.
Bovine bits, all natural pet treats. Freeze-dried liver is a high source of iron, vitamins, essential fatty acids, and minerals that promote optimal health in your pet. We pride ourselves on using quality and local raised beef liver. Anyway, give them a shout out.
Well, the name is Backwoods Industries LLC.
Is there a website there yet or not?
Treats at bovinebits.com.
Treats at BOVIN
bits.com.
There's the email address, guys. If anybody wants
Idaho, right? They're in Idaho.
Idaho. Oh, they're not that far from us, actually. Very cool. That just warmed my heart, and I had to share it with you guys because this is what we do it for. I love to see other people branching out and doing their full-time thing. So thank you, Rachel.
And you should let them know what, just let you know you're a jerk.
Yes. Everybody should know, but that's the way of saying that thanks for ruining my life by making it way better. And it goes way back to the Survival Podcast. I don't know who the first, it actually stands for something, I believe.
Yeah. Well,
but so anyway, I appreciate it. And thank you, Rachel. That means a hell of a lot to us, eh?
And and we'll let you know. Well, the dogs sniffed it, and they love liver, so
they do like liver treats, don't they? So I actually had one more parcel that somebody sent. This is just another tool that came. If I can get it open here, see what we got. So this is some sort of work light.
Oh boy!
Yep, it looks pretty good.
This is from North Korea too.
I'm not sure. I guess you
got stuff flying everywhere.
Yep, there we go. Okay. This is going to be the best and the worst live stream ever. It's awesome. Oh my God, look at this thing.
It's kind of cool.
It is cool. Yeah. So it comes with, so if you can see, this is a great big LED work light here. And I assume fold out work lights that come, oh, look at this. So,
oh, geez, look at your wrecking up stuff.
Know. There we go. I don't know. It's kind of cool. We're going to test it out and see if I can blind it.
Oh, yeah. Metal stand.
Oh, hey, Chicken Hawk Farms. Thank you, brother, for the $5 super chat. I love seeing Hawk in here. He always makes me smile. Says, don't know how long I can stay, but what's up, awesome people? Well, you're up. So thank you very much for the support. We love it. So we're probably going to have enough stuff. We can do one of these about once a month, aren't we?
Oh,
we
yeah.
Go through and we just.
This is Olafus.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Throw that up there and show what that looks like.
Olafus LED work light.
It's getting to the point where eventually some of the small stuff I'm going to do a review on and then do a giveaway for it.
Yes.
Because we don't need it all.
Well, there's some stuff that's pretty cool, but like we just don't have any use for
exactly.
it. Like, and that's okay. Like
I had a company.
I know Barrett's on the list for some of the stuff.
Yes. So I don't know. This was kind of cool. I had a company reach out to me a couple days ago. It wasn't really in my wheelhouse. They had one product that it was. They're going to send it to me. But I said, hey, I've got a bunch of cool people in the workshop community who are also content creators that it would fit in with better. So I give them the names of 4 different creators. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere, guys, but I'm like, why not reach, why not try to share?
Well, if it's not something we can use.
No,
right?
it was, it was like fire starting equipment and stuff like that. So, which wasn't bad, but
I do like to start fires.
I do. They're going to send me an arc lighter, but there was other people out there that I give them their name anyway. So we'll see. I hope they reach out to you guys because it would be kind of cool. So grab and go bag.
Yes.
You want to do that next? Hang on here. All right. This is my sexy bag for anybody who wants to see it.
That's my bag.
How are we going to do this?
Move your
keyboard?
Yeah.
How's that?
There we go.
This work?
There we go. Yeah.
Haas wants to know, does Rachel have a working website yet? I don't think so. I put the email address in unless we can try.
I don't see a website, just an email address.
Was it Bovine Bits?
Bovine Bits. It says they're trying to branch out to selling online with NOSTR.
Let's see if it comes
or
up.
NOSTR.
Nope.
NOSTR.
Yeah, it's yeah. Nope, not yet. It's not up there and running, but I'm a big fan of getting shit going before you actually get everything under control. So people were kind of excited about getting to take a peek inside of her polka dot bag. This reminds me of my
polka dot bag.
Yeah. What was that Canadian show, Polka Dot Door? Do you remember that?
Yes, and just so everyone knows, last week we had the talk about how Mr. Cook is rammy.
Show them what I did to it.
This is what he did to my bag.
This is the second bag that Becky has ruined.
This is the second bag that Mr. Cook has ruined. So now it's it's garbage because this here is the strap that goes on the shoulder, and now it's ruined. Oh, you know what? I want to show them something really cool before we go on. You guys can see this blue light over my shoulder here. It's sitting on top of my turntable for right now. That came from the Girls for Fathers.
The kids got me this on-air kind of neon light. It doesn't show up great yet. I'm going to hang it up here. See it. Yeah. So I just wanted to show it out to the twins how awesome of a Father's Day present that was. So it was kind of cool. But yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, getting back to the destroyed bag.
Yep, there it is.
So that's his handiwork.
So I had to buy it. It was all an excuse to buy a new bag for you.
Oh, it's so full of shit.
Totally true. So this is we call this our grab and go bag.
Grab and go bag, yeah.
And what this is a bag that stays packed all the time for any and all scenarios. Now, we normally use it for hotels almost always, but
now we've upgraded because he keeps destroying my bags. I have my own bag now, which he is not allowed to take anywhere and he is not allowed to touch.
There's a loud noise for you guys.
And he is getting his own bag because so that way if he destroys his own bag, then he's on his own.
So this is a paramedics bag, I believe.
Yes.
And it was the one we were talking about last week or the week before on the show. We decided to pick something up that was a little more modular with, I'd say.
Well, this one's mine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So let's see.
I shouldn't even be allowed to touch it.
Well, I won't then. I'll make you carry your own bags. You can be, so much. There goes. Tim's not a gentleman anymore, making his wife carry her own bag.
Nope. Well, look what happens when you carry the bag.
Oh, man, that thing is.
Oh, well, it's got plastic on the inside there.
Yeah, there it is. Nice. It's not as modular. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, okay. Here we go. We can put in. We'll worry about the flaps later, but for now,
there's a shoulder strap. And
all right, we'll take the stuff out of the bag. And so what we figured was we'd kill a couple of birds with one stone. The first thing was we knew we had to go through the bag. Haas says that bag would work because nobody would want to steal it. They think it was a diaper bag.
Well, see, I'm going to show though. The reason why I have this bag is I think it's a dance bag, but see on the bottom, it has a zipper.
Yeah.
That opens up.
So you can see that.
So I keep all like the shampoos and toothpaste and anything that can leak, it stays in here. So anything up in the main part doesn't get wet or damaged, because if you ever tried to clean out Q-tips and stuff that are covered with shampoo, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's not good.
So this is what I'm gonna miss though,
Yeah,
is this separate. But although this one has a plastic top, so I should be able to put it in there.
And you got these front pockets, so
but it'll still leak through.
Everybody loves no, it won't, because they are that one might
I'm looking right here. This plastic. I can put it in there. Yeah.
There we go, guys. So
so that's what I'm gonna miss about this bag. But this is an old. Oh, look what you're doing.
Yeah, there we are. That's what happens when we try to do something.
So this is an old dance bag, anyway.
That was the keyboard getting carried away with itself, there, guys.
Yeah. So in the bottom part of the bag, we always have washcloths that we put soap in,
that because we borrow from hotels and never return.
we put the soap in there because there's sometimes, like when we're traveling or driving, because like Tim and I both have allergies, so we can only use Ivory soap. So we have to bring our own soap because we can't use the hotel soaps or anything.
We wouldn't even think.
So like if we're only stopping one night, we open a brand new bar soap, we put it in a washcloth.
Yep.
And then it goes back into the bottom. And this is what we
always carry.
We always have extra bars of soap. And then we always have a soap case too.
Man, this is a big bag.
And then this always has an extra bar in it as well.
And that keeps kind of the wet soap in there.
Yeah, well, and that is that's if you got to take it to another bathroom or
because sometimes I mean when you were in England, you guys had two rooms, right?
We did, yeah. So, and then I always have, I don't know why I have 3 bottles. Because one of them is Charlotte's.
Okay. Wow,
so we always have a bottle of conditioner and shampoo. And then I always have 4 toothbrushes because there's usually the 4 of us.
Yeah, enough to cover everybody in the family.
Yeah, in case we forget. And then, of course, I have my razor and blades. And then my handy-dandy eyebrow trimmers, which I have to take everywhere with me.
Haas wants to know if they still give out bottles of shampoo. They do.
They do, but again, I have allergies, so I can only use a certain kind. So I always make sure I have extra of mine.
But we do bring some home with us because...
I always steal the hotel shampoos because
we bring home all the freebies from every hotel we ever stay in.
And I
talked
bring them.
About it last
night.
I
bring them home all the time. And before we leave, I always snag all the coffee and the sweeteners and sugar and everything because
they all go into freezer-sized Ziplocs.
Yep. And
we try to keep them separated because it's a free way. If you're already paying for the hotel room, it's a good way to build up some preps that you forget about.
Yeah, exactly. And of course then I'm doing that with the girls when they come home. We're gonna divide it all up into Rubbermaids and get everything out. So like another thing with this bag too.
Haas says they just throw them out, and he's right.
Exactly.
Yep.
And so they have these little fancy pockets in the front.
Want to use this front pocket for whatever's in those pockets?
So in these pockets here, we always have extra cutlery, like so plastic spoons, forks, knives. If you ever get like Uber Eats or Skip the Dishes.
This is all contraband in Canada now.
It's all contraband, yeah. But if you ever get it, so when you're ordering from Uber Eats or any of those online places, at the top it always asks you place settings. Oh. So I always order extra because there is nothing more than annoying when you're like if you're making a coffee or if somebody sends you a coffee and you have to add sugar or milk and you don't have anything to stir it with. So we always have those.
Keep lots of those actually.
Yeah, and then we have these are always napkins.
Yep, lots. These are my favorite.
And then I steal these from Boston
whenever
Pizza.
I order wings
and wings. Yep. So and whenever we go out to Montana's, we always get extra of these. And if they're on the table, I just scoop them up and put them in my purse. But they're just wet wipes and they're unscented.
And what I like about them is they're individually packaged so they don't dry out.
Yeah,
whereas
so
we take a pack of baby wipes with us. Eventually they dry out.
Yeah, so we always have those in there as well.
Thank you, baby doll.
Yeah, so and then we have like the bigger area. Now just gonna apologize, it's a mess.
It's not as bad as you'd think. I think we went
Well,
through it
it's
once,
kind of a mess because we just come back from last weekend. I haven't had a chance to go through it.
So we'll go through it tonight, and then this also gives us a chance. Backwoods says that's why I drink my coffee black. Never have sparks on hand or sporks. Oh yeah, sporks.
So this is So there's more cutlery because I got extra that came when I ordered it.
Thank you, darling.
And there's the other 2 toothbrushes that should have been in the bottom.
This is what happens when things get.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we always have.
Why are they in a Ziploc bag?
That to keep them from getting wet.
Right.
But I actually found this, which is a small box of Q-tips. We always have to have these. And I figured this is my bag, so I'm going to put that in there.
Yeah, no worries.
And
but, so tip, I mean, whatever. We love sandwich bags. They work great. But the reason the Q-tips are in there is because they get damp. And what does cardboard do exactly, right? Oh, Chuck says you can order individual packed wet wipes or generic types in bulk.
Okay.
I'll have to look at some of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, hey,
well, I've got these.
Oh yeah. Here's some more of those.
These are all. Well, this is floss stick, and then these are more wipes.
Yeah, I'll put those in the front. Yeah, these are from my favorite wing joint in Lloyd, Winging It, and they have the hottest wings I've ever eaten.
And then we got antiseptic wipe.
There you go.
So, and then of course I always have lotion.
Lotion.
And I always make sure I have
Chuck.
lots of hair elastics.
So, okay, here's one, guys. You know me. This is a prep. The women are constantly losing their hair elastics.
Yes.
So I went on Amazon and I ordered, I think it was 500, wasn't it?
I think so.
They were all black, I think, whatever. But I ordered 500 so that we would have them because I got tired of listening to you guys. And it's not the end of the world if you don't have a hair elastic, but it could cause problems, you know? And again, this is supposed to be a bag we could live out of for, I would say, a couple of weeks, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and I always have my hair tied up.
Yeah.
So it's...
And the girls mostly do too, right? So,
and then we've got a power bank.
Yep, this is the Anchor. This is a 20,000 milliamp. Normally, this is the one that stays in the bag. And if you guys have seen the 347 I reviewed, it's a 40,000 milliamp. The thing is, you could kill somebody with it. But I normally make sure that's charged, and then I throw it in the bag as well because you can run an iPhone for a week off that one power bank. So,
and then of course, always have deodorant.
Yep. I don't know if that's it's something you have to have, but I was just thinking, I don't know if it's a hygiene thing or not, but and
well, and then we've got dental floss.
Backwoods Butcher says hair elastics are the same thing as 10 millimeter sockets. They hit the ground, they disappear.
Yep.
You're always looking for it. So floss, because here's the thing. You never need floss until you don't have floss, you know, and you're like, oh my God, I got something stuck in my teeth, and you're going to sit there, then you're going to pick at it, make it worse. And I'm going to put that in the front, baby.
Okay. Toothpaste.
Oh, yes.
Always have toothpaste.
Well,
so now we've got.
This is a new edition.
This is a new edition. This is an extension cord because the last couple times we've been at hotels and there's never a plug on the one side of the bed.
And again, it's an Anchor. You guys, I actually, something I discovered, this is the 5-footer. I just ordered the 10-footer, which I don't know if I told you or not, but here it is, guys. So it's a long cube on a 3-prong cord, and it has 3 AC adapters. There we are right there. And then it also has 2 USB-A's and a USB-C in the middle. And you could use it. Remember those monkey paws we used to carry in elementary school? You kill somebody with? Yes. So always need an extension cord no matter where you go. But I have a 10-footer coming. It's going to replace this one. This one can stay in your bag, darling.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm looking at it for you.
So, and then we always travel with a sound machine.
This is the second newest addition to the bag.
It is. And this is by far one of the best investments. And it just plugs in and it has like white noise, fan noise, or plays music but we always sleep with a box fan on for the white noise.
Helps block out my tinnitus, the ringing in my ears.
Well, and it's just something that you get accustomed to. So it really does. And if you're in a hotel and it's like, even if it's a little bit noisy, it drowns out a lot of noise.
I'll bet you this is probably the best investment we've made for traveling.
And actually on Amazon, I think it was like $24. And it's awesome.
We'll get you one, Erin. I will. You know what? We'll go through, and anything odd in here, I'll make a list. I'll post it in the Telegram group, guys, in the next day or so, because I probably won't have it all tonight. But
and I took this to England with me, and it was a lifesaver because it would, because when you're in a new environment and you don't, and of course I was sleeping with Gracie, and Gracie snores like she sounds like a chainsaw, so like it was able to drown out that noise, and so I could sleep.
Yeah.
So, and it actually is a really, really good machine.
You can put it all the way across the room.
Yep.
And it's like having a box fan, because we were always like, we didn't want to be the redneck that hauled the box fan into the hotel with us. So we finally balanced out or
we use them at the daycare. We have a couple kids at the daycare that need to sleep with white noise. So we had them, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get one of those for us. And even if you don't have your bag, you can throw it in your suitcase, and it's not heavy. I think it probably weighs like maybe
2 pounds.
2 pounds. So there's nothing to it.
It does add. It's probably the heaviest single item in our bag, but it's worth it. I would love to find one about half this size if I could.
There are flatter ones, but they're a little bit wider.
Oh yeah,
I like this one.
It works. I love it. It honestly, remember how, because here's the thing: you go into a hotel. Number one, never have the plugs where you need it, and number two, their fan's never loud enough to block anything out. So this does it, and this is it was an absolute.
And we've noticed a lot of the hotels now, the fans in the bathrooms don't work anymore.
Yeah,
or
they don't even have them.
Or they've disconnected them, because it was a good backup to turn the bathroom fan on and open the door. But this is way better. So
and we used to put like white noise makers or things on our phone, and we're like, it would kill your battery or use your data or whatever. So
we always have a hairbrush.
Yep.
That is a must.
That is, see, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I have to brush my hair just about every day. And
so, and then
oxypads, acne pads, but they just honestly, here's the thing. Even so, say you're on the road for a day and you haven't had a chance to stop and shower somewhere. Yeah, these make you feel so much better.
And that's where these come into play.
Oh yes,
these are Continental bathroom wipes. Okay, do not flush these down your toilet.
I'm so glad you learned that. I love you.
It says flushable wipes tested by plumbers. Do not flush these down the toilet. Even if you're in a hotel, please don't flush them down the toilet.
Yes, thank you.
But they work really good if you're stuck in a car for a couple of days and I don't know if you got like stinky pits or something.
Stinky other places. Yep.
Yeah, but they work really good. And actually they work really good if your hands are sticky or dirty. And, I usually just keep them just because.
You could use that as toilet paper.
You could if you had to. Yeah. Do not flush them. I can't stress that enough.
Tested by the guys that charge you to fix it.
Exactly.
I honestly just think that when they said tested by plumbers, they just found a bunch of people with the last name Plumber, and they're like, "Hey, here's $50. We're going to put your name on this," because any plumber that would ever tell you to flush a wipe,
please don't do that.
No.
But they do come in handy.
Yeah.
And like even if you're traveling with like little ones. Gets food off the face, and they don't dry out. Like they have the better locking.
Yeah, they do.
So they don't dry out like baby wipes do.
And they're great for hands. This is kind of great. I've even used them for Kleenex in a pinch before,
if you have to. Like they got a little bit of a scent to them, but they're not. Now I always carry this is Sudoku cream, which is like diaper. But I have reactions sometimes to chlorine and everything, and you never know. Like it, and it's like it's kind of almost as good as like polysporin or hydrocortisone. But if you have a reaction to something, like even bug bites,
that was the expensive one we used to buy for the kids, right?
And it has
zinc in it, doesn't it?
It does, but it's like for skin irritations. It's always good to have.
Yeah,
and plus if you're traveling and you're staying in a small town. They might not have a pharmacy. You might close early. Even if you're traveling with little ones, diaper rash, it's.
And this is not our first aid kit. If this were a shit hit the fan, Amy Bishop says reactions to everything. Yeah, so true.
Shut up, Amy. It's so true. Right?
If we were leaving for an SHTF situation, we have 2 locking Rubbermaids full of all of our first aid gear.
Yes.
So I think we're probably in a couple of weeks we're going to do an audit on that too, aren't we?
Yes,
because we are. You guys will get to see us in all our glory because we are short on a bunch of things that we need to go through.
Yes. Well, honestly, the last couple months of the winter there, the kids cleaned us out of a lot of medications, and these are just more wipes. These are just more wipes.
I love Buffalo Wild Wings.
So and then so I carry tweezers.
Yep. Oh yeah.
All the time. I always carry tweezers. I'm very, very anal about my eyebrows. So it's just.
But, how many times have you had to use these? You should be like, "Hon, what are you digging at?" And I'll be using my MT knife to dig a splinter out. She's like, "Could you stop it?"
Yep. Yeah, and to tell them why. It's because his hands are always filthy and he's going to get an infection. And he never listens
Chuck says
to me.
He knows a guy named Tim who can help. Yeah, I think so. Finding a few more elastics in there.
Yeah, just some more hair elastics. some more hair elastics. So and then
Hunter says this loadout sounds like his lunchbox. That's awesome.
And then I got a little tiny thing of toothpaste. Again, it's always good if you have like a second bathroom.
2 is 1, 1 is none.
And then we have a whole bunch of random chargers.
I will show you what we have here. So there's not. What did I do? There was a USB cube as well.
No,
I might have misplaced it. But
yeah,
that's okay.
it's in there somewhere.
Yeah. All right. So this one here, you got to have. We always try to have a couple because there's always one person that forgets to bring a charger with them. So that's the Lightning to USB-C for an iPhone. This one is another Lightning to USB-C here, and that's not the one. That's a USB micro. See, this one.
No. Well, if Amy's still online, I could explain. This is one that she ordered for her phone when she forgot her charger and it got all the way there. I realized it was the wrong one.
Okay?
So I'm not sure what this is for.
We don't need that in this bag.
Okay, so I'll just put it back in.
But
here.
I did have anyway. So I also carry some USB-C cables from Anchor because there's one thing that I didn't realize, but USB-C cables are rated for voltage. I think it's either 2 or 5 volts. And so you want to make sure you get the 5-volt one. So I bought a bunch from Anchor, and they're really good ones. And they're kind of cloth, so I always know which ones they are. And normally one of those lives in here too, because if we've been on the road for a while and I need to charge up the Anchor brick, it's USB-C. Haas wants to know, do we do this yearly?
We actually
probably do this way more than that.
Yeah, we probably do it like maybe once a month because we
travel a lot.
We travel a lot, and we like and we stay in hotels a lot. So
yes,
yeah. So I've got panty liners for the women out there. I apologize to the men online, but
they'll get over it.
Yeah, and we always carry feminine hygiene pads. This is
apparently they can be used for what Chuck said, you need a better medical kit for that bag. Yeah. Yes, layers. Yeah, you worry. So
we always carry the feminine hygiene. These are
floss sticks. Are
floss
you going to put those in your bag, right?
Yeah, so I do have floss, but I actually have taken a like to these now. So I'm gonna the floss picks. And then I know that bag of wipes is getting low, so I'm adding another bag. And
this is one we always keep right here.
Tylenol.
We buy it in bulk. I
buy it in bulk, especially this time of year with the smoke. Tylenol kills the head. And again,
you can buy what is this? This is a 500 capsule Kirkland, which you can buy for about the same price as 100 brand name Tylenol.
Well, and again, if you're in a small town with no pharmacy. Like, say you've been on the road and all of a sudden, boom, you develop a fever.
Or who's ever gone to the gas station and bought one of them little tubes of Tylenol? They're like $5 for 10 tablets.
Right.
You're going to regret it.
And this is just another lotion that I'm putting in there. And a brand new toothpaste because I'm going to cycle things out. And I am putting extra soap because you never know. And I'm putting another deodorant.
Chuck has the same size bottle. It's the best way to buy it.
So I always travel with chapstick.
Yes, you do.
This is my bag chapstick. These are my pocket chapsticks, and I have a truck chapstick and an office chapstick.
And we have a dog who likes to eat chapstick.
Yeah, my dog likes to eat chapsticks.
Franny likes her mint chapstick. So.
And then this is another cell phone charger with a cube.
There you go.
Because
that's an extra, right?
An extra. Yeah. I always travel with melatonin.
Yes, that's become your thing, hasn't it?
It is. Really? It's actually helped me sleep. Melatonin is like, if you guys ever use it, Jameson is actually probably the best one I've ever had. And I usually keep a bottle in my suitcase, but if it's in the travel bag, then I don't need to worry about it in my suitcase. And then this is important.
We forget that all the time.
I always try to make sure that there is a bottle of water in the bag because I need water at night.
To take our old man and old lady
pills.
To
take our pills, and I can't handle tap water because it's just gross.
But it's also nice to have a bottle of water on your nightside table.
It is.
It's also, I keep a couple of bottles in that. So there's another bag in the truck.
Yeah.
That fits. It's the drop dead emergency bag. We'll talk about that later. But I normally keep a couple of old bottles of water in there too.
Yeah. So I always make sure I try to have a bottle in the bag. So and then most important, prescriptions. They're just older bottles, and I try to put in, I think I probably maybe have 10 of each pill, and then that's prescription as well.
Chuck says he carries melatonin in all of his long-term care med kits. Will not react with any other medications. That's because if it would, you would have a reaction.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, they're all natural because your body already produces melatonin. But with some of the medications that I take, it kind of hypes me up. So the melatonin brings me down. So, and
she takes her cocaine to get up. She takes her weed.
I take my uppers and my downers.
Yep.
So it's like, but I find ever since I've been taking it, I'm able to get like 6 to 8 hours, which is really nice. And it helps me rest. So, and then prescriptions, these always stay in there. We cycle these out like every year?
Yeah.
Roughly.
In the, I don't even know what to call it, but we have a 5-day supply bag in the floor. There's a floor storage compartment in the truck. It's got underwear, socks, 5 days worth of prescriptions, deodorant,
shampoo, conditioner,
and toothpaste and toothbrush. And I think that's it. I think
it's not a and a bar of soap.
Yeah, it fits in a bag less than a foot square, and I've got it wrapped up, and it was sealed until the other day. Finally, we had to use it. We've had it in there for over a year. Charlotte needed deodorant, so we opened it for her. But that's if we get caught away from home, have nothing with us, and we have to evacuate, it gives us 5 days to get by. So Haas says, what about a small bottle of vodka, those 99-cent ones? Well, here's the deal. There's no alcohol in Canada for 99 cents.
No.
That would probably be about $4.99, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm guessing too.
That's a good idea. Yeah. So
that's pretty much about it.
Yeah, I don't think we're missing a whole lot right now. We're pretty up to date. We try each time we come back from a trip to make sure everything's in the bag. We go through it. We usually remember, but sometimes we forget.
Well, see, and the joys of having our own bags now is that we're responsible for our own bag.
Yeah.
So, which that means that I will have my stuff plus Mr. Cook's stuff in this bag because he will forget to refill his bag, and then we'll be at the hotel, and he'll be like, "Honey, I don't have any deodorant. Honey, I don't have my toothbrush. Honey, did you bring the toothpaste? I don't have my Oxy." And then I'll be like,
my balls.
"Don't worry, honey, I have it in my bag."
But guess who's going to carry the bags for you? You know damn well.
But guess who will never ever fill his bags?
Mine's a nice khaki brown, isn't it? Like an army khaki
I think
brown.
So,
yeah. So but the cool thing, doesn't it have a spot for a patch on it?
On yours it does, not on mine.
So all the stuff she's been buying me lately, my new laptop case and my new grab and go bag, all have spots for patches on them. So I for what it's worth.
But that's still not going to help him remember to fill the bag.
So this is cool. So you can't see there, but there's a pouch in the top, waterproof.
That'll be perfect for the shampoo.
And it also came with, I don't want to make too much noise here, but some Velcro dividers we're going to put down in here. And that's
it's a nice little bag.
It is a nice bag. I like it.
And it's my favorite color. So it's
you like gray.
Yeah.
And there is a strap to carry.
Yeah, it was over.
Right?
It was with this. You
Here,
put it over
slide
there.
this over here.
Yeah.
And so that was one thing we've been doing lately when we travel is we've now we like Best Western hotels. We've had pretty good luck with them. But really, again, it's about standardizing. And so I downloaded the app recently because we've been collecting points for a little while. But we were always, he said old school EMS bag. That's kind of what it was. And so we've started collecting points. And so you get, once you spend 7 nights, they give you gold status. Or 5 nights was gold, 7 nights was platinum.
Yeah.
So they give you more points. So we've earned a couple of, we've earned about a free night and 2 $50 gift cards. You get special parking. But the thing I love is when you walk in, they give you each a bottle of water.
Yeah.
Because we almost always forget. So if you're already doing something, look at a way to make it pay for you, or at least take the expense off a little bit, because when you can collect points, you can save money on your hotel room. You can, and you get extra perks, right?
And they have Best Western in the States.
Oh, all over the place. Yeah. The one we stay at in Canada.
That's actually
Western.
Best Western is probably the best one so far for points.
Yes. Oh, they're great. Yeah. It doesn't. And so, we could stay at, and the other thing in the app, we have found that you get the absolute best deal on their hotels anywhere.
Yeah.
And they also allow you to cancel right up until the last minute with no charge, unlike all the other sites.
Well, and that's the thing, because right up until about a month ago, all I used was Expedia.
Which I think is it a Canadian company or is it an American company?
No, I think Expedia's in the States, like with Trivago and all that.
Okay.
But I don't know what they've done different with their website or what they've done, but every time now when you book, it tells you that you have to cancel. If you cancel after 4:00, they're going to charge you. But now it's like 1:00, and they've messed up all their times and everything. And the last 3 hotels we've stayed at, if I've had to cancel or change anything, because we're always traveling, but we're always canceling and changing too, because because shit happens, right?
As soon as we make plans,
yeah,
we book the hotel.
Exactly.
But plans change
all the time.
But we always want to be prepared.
Exactly. But yeah, I've had to get into arguments with Expedia about making sure that we're not getting dinged on our card. And the one I'm fighting with right now, and I don't know, the Fundy Complex in Digby. Yeah. I am fighting with them about this because we booked the hotel way back in May.
Yeah.
And I canceled the hotel in June, and we weren't staying there till July 21st. Right. So, and now they're telling me that I have to pay like $150 for it, which I think is absolute bullshit. So, but Expedia never had this issue before.
Right.
So, and now I've canceled my account. I'm done with them. I'm not using them anymore.
It pays to look around. Like, it all started when one day we pulled in and there was no parking, and I'm like, how do I get that special parking spot up front?
Well, plus, and you were tired of me dealing with Expedia.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, I'm done with them.
So now I do all the booking, which is weird because for years she always had. So, Garden Girl says her hubby travels so much for work and gets Hilton points. Is paid for several vacation rooms. Yes, we do it. And he's a platinum member now. Another tip I just started realizing or learning about: some companies will match your status. So I've been looking at Choice Points. So they have
that's like Comfort Inn,
and all those. So not super fancy, but not bad. You need a few extra nights to get the status with them. If you go in and show them your Best Western status, they will match that for an entire year and a half for you.
Oh, nice.
So, but you can only do it apparently once per user. So you get 1 year to do it, but it's a good way to do it.
Yeah. Well, and I know the Holiday Inn has good rewards, but they're kind of hit and miss on where they are.
Yeah. We don't have as many around here as we'd like. So Haas says, how about adding a good small prepper book to the bug out bag? If anything, a good refresh read. It would be good in a situation. Here's the funny thing. I'm just not much of a paperback reader anymore.
He's an audio.
I am. I download things so much better, but something in there would be good for sure. Especially if you ever got broke down. That's actually not a bad idea. I kind of like that. Or a Kindle. You could throw a Kindle in there.
Well, we do have some Kindles.
We have a bunch of old Kindles. I think we have 3, don't we?
I think so. Yeah.
And I don't know if we ever paid for any of them. I think the one I got with points, one we found. Or maybe you bought one used online one time.
I think so, yeah.
But yeah, so what's our other big one? WestJet.
WestJet, yeah.
So we have a couple of WestJet credit cards. Now, I don't think they have WestJet in the States. That's a Canadian company.
No, it's Canadian.
But they used to be a bit of a discount airline, and now they're just...
Well, they're huge.
Yeah,
they're huge.
And we love them because they have the best rates. So how does it work? What do we get? We get one free companion voucher a year?
Every year, January 1st, we get a companion voucher.
Right.
And that's with having the credit card. So so that means like if you book a flight, then I get my flight for free up to a maximum of like $550 or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically we can go on a vacation for half price.
Yeah.
And there's a few other, but the main thing is we get WestJet dollars, right?
Yes.
So for every dollar we spend, we earn a percentage back in travel credits.
Well, the girls flew out east, and that was on on the WestJet dollars. Yeah.
Right.
So
because
our companion flight booked our flight to Hawaii.
Right. Now, here's another thing. If you have a business, check your local laws and your rules because they keep trying to change this, but put all of your expenses through on those credit cards and pay them off. Because you will multiply your points quickly.
And then the other one is the Avion points.
Oh, yeah, we have that one too, yeah. Haas said just pay your credit cards off every month so you don't have a debt. That's for a while when I was really on the ball, I was paying for gas with the credit card and then paying it off instantly with a debit card. But I get a little lazy sometimes with it. But Garden Girl says when her hubby goes, he gets... When he goes, he gets room credit. An employee told him he can add another name to the room to double his room credit. That's interesting. I wonder how that works. But yeah, so, and then we were into PC points for a while too, weren't we?
I still am.
Yeah. And those are the big grocery store up here. They've become kind of the de facto point in most places, right? Our gas station SO uses them.
Well, and of course, and then we have the PC credit card, and you get points on that too. But it's but I save them up all year, and I can use them online.
Yes.
So,
and we use them at Christmas. So the big thing we do with most of our points is we save them for Christmas, especially, so it'll, most years our points will pay for an entire week or 2 weeks worth of groceries, won't it, babe?
Well, and that's what and I usually use it to buy the Christmas dinner stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Cause then it's just, I don't know. It's just gotten a habit for us. So I use it because when we do Christmas dinner, we always do like 2 turkeys and the 20 pounds of potatoes and everything. And, and if you have these PC points that I save up all year, like right now I'm sitting about $250. So that will pretty much pay for everything. Mm-hmm. And last year I think we had 300 and something, and I used the points, and I think I had to pay a difference of like $30. So it's great.
I like it. Yeah. It's kind of nice because many, many years ago, we would cash in points instantly because we just had to, they'd be like, oh, you got $10 on use it. And now we hold on to it. And
same with the scene points are big. Like I use those when we go to the movie theater.
Yeah, we like those. And one other perk that we've started to notice, if you can get it for the right price. Hey, Jason, Kentucky Sustainable Living. Good to have you. So WestJet offers, we call it first class, but it's really, what do they call it? Premium seating, right?
Premium economy.
Yeah. So if you, and it's good, you get way more leg room, wider seats, you get an individual kind of armrest and place to eat and that sort of thing.
And there's only 2.
Right.
Instead of 3. So like you're not, if it's just you and I, we're not sitting with a stranger. So
now,
it's like,
the reason I mention it is because if you can get it for the right price, it's pretty much a break even.
Yeah.
Because it depends. I mean, sometimes it's astronomical, the price of it, but we've kind of done the math. If you can get it for less than 200 or 150,
the girls were 130 each.
So what that does, I mean, not including the perks of the extra room, but it also gets you on and off faster, so you're first on, first off.
Your luggage
is first off. Yeah. So that saves you time. That's great. But a second checked bag costs you $50, right?
Yeah, but you get a free checked bag.
Right.
Yeah.
So you get a free checked bag with that.
Because you don't get free bags in economy anymore. It's if you book it online, it's $35. If you pay for it at the airport, it's $50. So regardless, if
you also have to pay for seat selection now too if you want early, right?
Yeah, it's like $61 a seat.
Right. So there's 100 and so that per seat for seat selection and a checked bag, you've already
paid for your premium.
But here's the thing: it also includes a full hot meal and all you can drink.
Well, but it sucks though because I think there's only usually 2, 4, 6, 8. There's usually probably only about 18 seats.
Right.
So it's like you're like,
and they do it on a bidding process. So yeah. Hey,
and it is actually kind of dirty how WestJet does do that.
Yeah.
Because for example, if you're booking a flight, well, for example, we the girls when they flew out east and I was booking their flight for their economy seat, it was $267 one way.
Right.
So and that's Canadian. So but if I wanted to book them in premium economy, which would be the first class, the flight was $1,300.
It's insane.
One way.
But so you never book them ahead of time.
No, you never book it. So what I did was I paid for their economy, and then 24 hours when they check in, I got them both boosted up to premium economy for $133 each on top of the $260.
Right. Which paid for itself, and they were more comfortable, and we knew. But I mean, you save time. You get a free bag, you get a free seat selection, you get a free meal, free drinks. It don't take long to more than pay for that. So it's cool because you can get extra comfort and it really pays itself off. So yeah, Haas says I tried to fit everything in a carry-on. I used to think about doing that.
WestJet's really good. It's most of the time if it's a full flight and you have like a full carry-on bag, they'll allow you to check it for free.
Yeah.
But it's but if you're booking for a premium economy and you pay for those tickets, you're going to pay like out through the ass for them. And so even afterwards, if you put the offer in, you can put an offer in at $250. But why would I, why would I pay $1,400 as opposed to $250? But there's chances at that offer that you're not going to get the seat. Exactly. So it's just something that
we almost always put an offer in for a price that makes sense to do it. Right?
Exactly. But the problem is though, if they sell all the tickets, then there's no offers because the seats are gone. But and I'll try again when the girls come back to see if I can get them, because they were so excited about it.
Yeah, they were.
And but if I can get it for $100 each again, then I'll book it again. But
Rapier says flying sucks. Did it for over a decade and a half for work. The games the airlines play are ridiculous, and I agree. It sucks that you have to pay a bunch extra just to make your flight suck a little less. Eh?
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? The WestJet is not as bad as Air Canada.
No.
Air Canada are miserable.
They'll at least smile while they're stealing your money. So.
Exactly. But you know what? When we flew WestJet from Calgary to England, and that's another thing that WestJet's doing too now. They're offering a lot more direct flights. They even have a direct flight from Calgary to Japan, which is incredible. I want to go so bad. But it's when you get on the Dreamliner flight, which is the bigger plane, and if you get yourself into premium economy, it's just a whole different world. Like you get like soon as because we got premium economy going out, and as soon as we got on the plane, they were offering us water or orange juice, and then they gave us little baggies with chapstick and eye covers and earphones and like
thought it was hilarious.
Oh yeah, and then you get a pillow and a blanket, and then you get and they give you a menu and you get to pick a hot meal, and it actually was really, really nice, because then coming back there was no premium economy seats available, so we were stuck in an economy. And I don't want to sound like a snot, but I will never fly economy again.
Well, you would if you had to, but
no, I don't think I would. I think I would wait for another flight, because we were sitting back there. We were miserable, and it was an 8.5 hour flight. And I'm just pointing out that's the longest flight I have ever been on. But it was screaming babies and
Amy
toddlers.
Thought she was gonna die.
Yeah, and Amy thought we were going to die, and it was like. But there was crying babies, and then you get like those.
Because flying fucking sucks.
It does to begin with, but then when you're stuck, you're tuna canned into economy with all these people, and then it gets hot, and then you get like these people, and then you get like the toddlers running up and down the aisle, and then you get like these, when you start getting the flashes in your brain, like, okay, what if I just stuck my leg out and that kid went flying? You know that you're done, because it was like they were running up and down, and then you get like all these people are like up and down, up and down, up and down, and they don't do that in the first class.
Well, there's not as much. Yeah,
exactly. And then of course in the front there you get the ones with the strollers and the crying babies, and they have to stand up, and they're like throwing the kids up in the air, and they're being loud and obnoxious, and it's just like. And then I had this one kid behind me that kept punching the back of my seat.
You should have punched the back of his head.
Well, I had to tell the flight attendant. I was like, could you please ask them to stop? Because I was tired and I wanted to sleep, and they would not stop hitting the back. You don't get that.
No.
In first class,
you have space, right? So
yeah, but even then you don't get that.
Yeah.
Because if you're flying with 2 or 3 kids, you're not going to pay for first class.
Sure.
Yeah. Right? So it's just, and without sounding like a snot, but it is true. Like,
well, I remember Jack said, Jack Spirko one time, I never understood it, but he said, once you fly first class, you'd never fly coach again. And he wasn't wrong. If you can figure out a way to make it pay for itself, because flying fucking sucks. And
it does.
And I'm a big son of a bitch. And to try to fit me into one of them small seats, I'm
and he always sits in the aisle with his leg out.
It's awful.
And then stewardess is like, "Sir, you got to put your leg in. You got to put your leg." It's like it's constant, but no, it is miserable. It really is. And like Amy and I were so bummed coming back that we couldn't get it, and it was like I was at the point where I was like, okay, I will pay $1,000 to have a first class seat, because I had to get out of there, and there was none available. No. That's the only reason why. But and it's miserable. And like if it's only a 3 or 4 hour flight, you could probably deal with it. But when you're getting like 8, 9, 10, 12 hour flights, that's a lot.
It was worth it for you guys to, like I said, I love the fact that the math works out. It's a perk. You feel better, you travel better, and for the most part, you can make it pay for itself.
Well, and of course now every time I book flights, I just like if they're cheap enough, I will book the premium.
Sure.
Because my flight to Tennessee in October, I just booked premium.
Good.
And it was only $100 and $100 difference. Yeah.
So they must know how many people they expect to have on.
Yeah,
this
and
flight,
sometimes you do luck out like that, but I'm not paying like that's the cheap in me, but I'm not going to pay where a flight's $276. I'm not paying $1,500.
Oh my God,
for
no.
premium economy. That's just stupid.
Yeah,
right.
It doesn't
that does not make sense. Honestly, especially for a 2 hour flight. If it was a 9 hour flight, I'd be like, yeah, F that. Yeah, I'm paying it, right? Because I'm not even messing around. But
Haas says, hell, Tim, when you explode with all your projects, you can get your pilot license.
He's already talked about that.
I've actually looked at that. I thought it would be pretty cool. For what? Anyway, for the little, it's just foolish. But
yeah.
It was a little Cessna I looked at because I'm like, what the hell? Anyway, even that was out of our price range, but it would be fun. Maybe
and you couldn't fly it down to the States or anything. Remember, you said you were looking to.
Well, it was the idea. I thought would be cool to get a little tiny plane that you could hop to our land in Tennessee. You know what I mean? But the problem is that anything we could ever even maybe remotely afford someday has like almost no range. So yeah. And partner with somebody on a plane. Yes. Yeah, that's a good idea. It would be fun. Mm-hmm. That would be cool someday. Whatever. It would be. I don't know. It's coming. I'm telling you. You can see it on the YouTube channel, can't you? Everything. Oh, anyway, it's exciting. Everything's starting to speed up. We're gonna have over maybe 600 new subscribers this month.
Nice.
Which is insane. Yeah, and the income's finally really coming, isn't it? I can't wait for the Amazon this month. I'll share with you guys when it. I'll give you an idea because it's exciting, isn't it? It really is. Rapier says there's time. First class with bags is cheaper than coach with bags. Yep. Exactly. That's it.
And that's very rare though, unfortunately. Like we booked our Hawaii flight and we booked that. That's the only reason. That's the only way I think Barrett was going to go is if we could sit in premium
because he hates to fly.
Well, and
who doesn't?
Who doesn't? And actually it does kind of suck because it's not a direct flight. So we have like that big layover. But
hey, it'll be the first time we've actually physically been in British Columbia.
Exactly.
We've been all around it.
Well, no, we landed in BC. Remember
I didn't.
Oh no, was that.
Did you land in BC? Yeah, when you guys came back from Vegas, right?
Yes, Amy and I. Yeah, we had that.
Okay, so it's only
Amy will remember that marathon that we had to run because the plane was late and we had to get to our next
the one
flight.
When you called me from the plane because the turbulence was so bad?
No, that was in
okay.
Edmonton and Calgary. But no, we had they landed and then they're like, oh, you got to go to your next gate, and we're like, okay, we'll just go mosey, and all of a sudden we're like, oh no, we got to get going. It was like a whole marathon. It was like the whole length of the airport. And Amy had to pee. It's like, we couldn't it was just like, does this airport ever end? It's like we couldn't get to it. But
we can't get United Airlines up here. It's common booking far enough out, but I don't know if United. No, it's a shame. I would love. We've actually thought about this booking flights out of Great Falls because they have an international airport there and it's not that far. It's about a 7-hour drive for us. So if we could save enough money doing it, we would definitely try that at some point.
Well, the flight that I booked is for Hawaii because we used the companion voucher. But we got 4 premium economy, 4 first class tickets round trip. And with the thing, I think it was like $2,400 for 4 people. And that was round trip from
first time I actually heard what you spent on it. So
from Calgary to Honolulu.
Yeah, and back.
And back.
I think they're bringing us back, right?
I hope they're. I ain't gonna lose any sleep.
That was the rule. That was the deal that I had to make. That if I was going to go down to Tennessee for a while, that I had to take you somewhere after. So
that's where we're going. And and Amy and Barrett are coming too.
Yes,
so
it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
No, but it was a reasonable price, But that right there, that was one of the examples of booking the premium economy that was reasonable. So
yes, Haas will get to. Haas says, "Never been to Hawaii. Someday I'll get there." Yes, you will, Haas. I can't wait. I never expected to.
It's the first time I've ever been to. So,
Rapier says George Bush International in Houston, Texas, is 2 miles between concourses. Running that to catch a layover. Oh my God, with a 30-pound backpack. So here
it was a really long haul. It was because I didn't think Vancouver Airport was that big.
I didn't realize, but I guess they
you
get
kind
a lot
of
of Asian
expect that in
flights
Pearson,
sure,
which is in Toronto.
Yeah.
You expect that, but it was unbelievable. We were just booking it, and we were tired too, so we're just like, yeah.
I read a story a while ago. This was kind of funny. I think it was about the Atlanta airport. I can't remember if it was for sure, but they designed it so that the baggage claim where you pick up your bags were right next to the arrival gate. So as soon as you came in, you'd be right by the gate to pick up your bags. The problem was that people would always have to wait for the baggage because, of course, they were getting there before it got unloaded. So they got constant complaints about having to wait for the luggage. So you know what they did? They moved the luggage carousel to the other end of the airport. So when people came out, they had to walk the whole way to get their luggage. Complaints went to zero. So because they had to
I was just going to say, they just ruined it for everybody.
Yeah, they did, but that's people, right? So
well, and that's the thing, like if you're waiting for your luggage, do you want to just, sit and chill and wait, or do you want to get off at 3:00 in the morning and have to do a marathon in an airport?
Just stupid Karens bitching about stuff. So they're like, well, we'll solve that. We'll move it so you have to walk 10 minutes. So by the time you arrive, your luggage will be there. But that's just unhappy people, isn't it?
Ruin it for everybody.
Yeah.
Ruin it for us lazy people.
Now, I think it was Atlanta, but it may not have been. But the story is true. I've read it a few times regarding a fairly large American airport. I'm 98% sure it was Atlanta. I'll see if I can find the story and share it on a show some night. But yeah, so that was our grab and go bag. That was our mail bag. That was we didn't plan on talking about points.
That's okay.
Yeah. So what have we been watching on TV, Mrs. Cook? Silo. Yeah. So what'd you think?
It's not bad. I said tonight. It kind of like it's predictable.
Sure.
But
I love it. I know you're on the fence.
Yeah, I'm on the fence. It's not horrible. It really isn't. I think it's just one of those shows that it's just kind of like been there, done that type of thing.
Well, I didn't want to watch it because it looked cheesy. Yeah. That's what I thought. And it's not cheesy. That's one thing it isn't. It might be predictable, but maybe it won't be predictable. We don't really know yet. I mean, we're only 4 episodes in the 10 in, but I'll kind of set the scene for you guys, for anybody. It's post-apocalyptic, at least we think it is. It takes place in an underground, I don't know, they call it a silo. And it was Rapier. Yes. So I'm going to stop talking about that for a minute. We're going to talk about this. So Rapier says you should look up all the conspiracies around the Denver airport.
Is that the one with the horse?
Yeah, I think
the Satan horse, or the devil horse, or whatever.
Apparently, maybe there's an underground, I don't know, bomb shelters or something there too. But
yeah,
I think Cam and Colby from Casual Preppers did a whole episode on this. So closer to Halloween, we're going to do a bunch of conspiracy episodes. So we'll do one. It'll be fun.
Yeah, that's the devil horse.
I think, yeah. It's weird. There's so many unexplained. That's just weird. Yeah. I have no idea. It'll be. I read
those random stories that pop up on Facebook. There you get, and it's like 40 conspiracies, and they're all stuff pulled from Reddit. So I'll read it, and I've read quite a bit about the Denver airport. Yeah.
Well, let's just see. Denver airport conspiracy. It's actually quite interesting. They actually have a section on the Denver airport website about that. But let's see if we can find debunk. Of course, PBS would have debunking theories.
Yeah, there's the evil horse.
There, let's see if we can share this, guys. We'll bring it up. Share screen and Chrome tab. There we are. I'm going to share. Come on. There we go. So it says a 32-foot tall equine sculpture. So I don't know if I should have done this, but how long? Anyway, so we'll just kind of
something about gargoyles.
There's all kinds. Yeah. So Rapier says the horse, the murals, the runway layout, the gargoyles.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. So if you guys don't follow Cam and Colby on the Casual Preppers podcast, they're awesome. They do some really fun ones where they do this kind of stuff. But yeah, so this is the crazy horse right here. Anyway.
Don't they call him like Blucifer?
Well, look at him. I mean,
like he looks insane.
He looks freaking crazy.
But look at the veins on him too. Like yeah, like Blucifer. I think like it's supposed to be like Lucifer, but it's because he's blue.
Was this the story? So, did the sculpture, the guy who did the sculpture, did it fall over and kill him?
I have no idea.
I might have that mixed up with yet another conspiracy, but yeah. So there it is. We'll do an episode on that some night. That'll be fun. But yeah, so Denver Airport. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
it did. It killed.
Yeah, they call him Blucifer.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's so weird.
I don't know how I remember this stuff. It's just like it's like a vault of useless information.
It's interesting. I mean, I'm I just when it comes to conspiracy theories, I challenge it all because I'm a critic, or I don't like to believe any of the weird out there stuff, but it's so much fun to read and study, and I just grew up on the shit. I mean, how could you be a 90s kid and not be into conspiracies?
And I don't even look at it as a conspiracy. I just read it because it was interesting. Yeah. And
that's what I find. It's the same with alien abduction stories or UFO sightings, any of that stuff. I love it. Even the JFK stuff,
Now, do his eyes actually glow like that?
I don't know.
Or is that just because of the picture?
We'll find out. We'll see. Yeah. Old Lucifer. He looks pretty...
he looks sinister, right?
He looks like something straight out of the book of Revelation. So that's pretty...
Or a Stephen King story.
Yep. Yeah. The story about the 32-foot tall blue Mustang that would wake up in the middle of the night and kill people.
Looks like something out of The Stand or whatever. Yeah.
That's true, too. Yeah. And, of course, it's Denver, which is Colorado, and that's where The Stand takes place, or at least in Denver or in Colorado somewhere there. So Rapier says just the one about the murals will entertain you for hours, and yes, the eyes glow at night. Okay. Fuck, that's weird.
That is that's creepy, right?
Oh, that does. It looks like what is it?
Amy should get one of those for her front yard.
What is it? Behold the pale horse, and on the horse rode death, or something. Yeah.
Amy, you should get Blucifer for your front yard.
I don't think there's any blue horses in the Bible, but hey, there you go.
No, just the pale horses.
Yeah. Oh man. So speaking of conspiracies, we're watching Silo.
Yes.
And so it's on Apple TV. And that's part of the problem because nobody has Apple TV. But we did have it. It was free, I think. We got it with one of our phones or something, didn't we?
I think so.
Yeah. So we're 4 episodes into the 10. And what do we know about it without giving away too much? But they're in a silo.
There's silo. It kind of gives me like what do you
Judge Dredd. Remember Judge Dredd?
Yeah, it's kind of like a culty type feel to it.
If you guys watched the second Judge Dredd movie was way better than the Sylvester Stallone one. So the one Judge Dredd with Carl Urban in it, and when they locked that.
Well, they were both good, but I think the one with Carl
way more faithful to the comic.
Well, but it gives more backstory.
Yeah,
yeah.
So if you see this massive apartment building and it gets locked into it, anyway, picture that apartment building but below ground.
Yeah,
with no elevators.
Yeah, and they said like it takes a day to get down to the bottom and everything.
It's a day's trip to go.
And then they in there. It's all walking down like spiral stairs, and they have to. Then they stay down overnight, and then they come back up.
It's so crazy. The lore and the world building in it is second to none. This is going to sound weird, but it reminds me a bit of Deep Space Nine from the 90s, the Star Trek one, when they first went there and the whole place was kind of falling down. The Cardassians had all left and they messed it all up. And anyway, it reminds me of that a little bit. But the whole idea is the outside world is supposedly poison, right?
Yeah, like a poison
like
gas,
a climate disaster. Yeah. And the only outdoor view they have is, I think, a single camera, isn't it?
I don't know if that's the only one they seem to focus on. Yeah.
On all. So every room has maybe they don't all have windows, but some do. And the windows are just a screen that projects out. And if you ever say, I want to leave, they send you out and you get poisoned within a minute or two, right?
Yeah. Well, that's what it implies.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. They've taken you up and down through the entire building. It's a bit like Lost as well. You don't really know what is going to happen. You're trying to figure out the mystery behind it. It's a hard hour show. I really like it. The cast is incredible. Trying to think of who's in it. Will Patton was
Rebecca Ferguson.
Rebecca Ferguson's the main actor.
Will Patton. Who is that guy?
The black guy?
No, not the one with the glasses.
Oh, Tim Robbins.
Tim Robbins
is in it, yeah. And the girl from Parks and Recreation. I can't think of her name right now. She's only in it for the first episode or two, but it's good. I'm thoroughly entertained by it.
Yeah, no, I don't mind it at all. It's it's no, like I said earlier, it's no Jeremiah or Jericho or anything like that, but it's like an end of the world type thing. And
what I like about it is it's an enclosed space. So you have, what is it, 150 floors or something? I can't remember. It's crazy. And 10,000 people living in this building. But what I love is that they don't have to rely on shitty CGI to make the world.
No.
I think it's mostly done on sound stages. It feels real, but they don't have to expand it because they just have this enclosed building. So there's never going to be any of this crappy CGI that you get with so many Marvel shows now,
Yeah.
It feels like a well-built world, and I look forward to diving into it more and figuring out what the hell's actually going on, eh?
Yeah, no, it's not bad, not at all.
And they've let you peek behind the curtain a couple of times, and you think, I wonder if I figured it out, and yeah, I don't know. It'll be cool. I mean, there's been some people die in it, and the acting's good, the world building. I think my favorite part is the world, the setting of the show. But yeah, was there anything else we were going to cover tonight, Mrs. Cookie?
I don't think so.
If anybody else has any questions, you can throw them out there. But
where we're going this weekend?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, we're going to go see Bill Burr stand-up comedy. Never been to stand-up comedy before, have we?
No, I'm not.
You love F is for Family.
I don't think it's that funny.
Oh,
but
you always wanted to watch it when it came out.
I
right?
watch it with you.
Yeah,
but I'm not huge into comedies, you know that.
Yeah. But Bill Burr is. I look forward to it because he's an intelligent individual. He deals with politics a lot, and he's Grace says she wants to go. Good for you, Gracie.
I'm just going because I'm going with you. I'm not. Honestly, I don't think I'd lose sleep if I didn't go. But no, I'm going because I know you want to go. So.
I think there's a dinner involved too.
I'm not sure. You were supposed to look it up for me.
Yeah, I'll look it up. So it'll be fun. So that's a good segue into schedule for the rest of the week. So for the rest of summer, of course, we're taking Saturdays off, which has been great. Normally we'd have a Sunday interview show, but Jake from Ravenwood Acres was definitely gracious enough to move his schedule around for me, and we're having the Sunday interview on Monday night to screw everybody up. So when we get home, I have an interview that night. So
good. Plus I get to go Costco shopping.
Sure. So yeah. We can stock up the preps from Costco. That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Well, Mrs. Cook, you want to go up and watch another episode of Silo?
Yeah,
we got time tonight. It'll be nice.
Got to spend some time with the dogs. They've been a little bit of.
They've been assholes.
Yeah, they've been assholes lately, and I think it's our little one Maisie always sleeps with Alice. So I think she misses the kids. Gracie was supposed to come take her for a car ride tonight, and she didn't. And I know she's online
because she's looking at us right now. So.
Yeah. so she has some apologies for May, but so they've been a little much. Yeah. What did they destroy last night? They destroyed your television remote, which I don't know what we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
And they chewed up your sandals, and they chewed up part of my sandals, and then so we'll go spend some time with the dogs, and you're doing doing the deck tomorrow, so I'll just hang at home with the dogs and get them
and then we got a nephew's birthday party. So.
Yeah, and Adam turns 4 tomorrow.
Oh yeah. So. Well, guys, we appreciate you. I love these Friday night shows. They're a lot of fun. They're chill. People seem to enjoy them. They keep showing up. I don't know what the hell they think so interesting, but we try to share something informative and entertaining every week, don't we?
Yep.
So thanks for letting us turn this project into something that lets a husband and a wife hang out together, because it's pretty cool. It all started as a way for me to not have to keep talking to you because you get tired of listening to me do tour reviews, and now all of a sudden she's like, I want to be on the show, and here she is. So I love having you, baby. But guys, as always, stay happy, stay healthy, and have a great week. Thanks, Haas.